Bonjour! This is Paris, the city of lights, of love, of everything you want it to be. There's the Eiffel Tower, the symbol of Paris itself, originally built for the warfare of 1889. Notre Dame Cathedral, the most visited monument in the city. The Louvre Museum with the portrait of Mona Lisa drawn by none other than Leonardo da Vinci. When talking about France in the whole, it's the center of great fashions, wonderful cuisines, majestic arts and architecture. And out of all those things, we'll be exploring about the cuisines of these nations and how it presents the culture of France itself. The reason why we chose cuisines is because it's so popular nowadays, and also it's so easy to consume French food around Ho Chi Minh City, and the cuisine shows French people characteristics. So let's dive in, and bon appetit! Interestingly enough, the historical backgrounds of French food goes back to the medieval times. During this era, French cuisines was fundamentally about the same as Moorish cuisines. It was a veil in a matter called service and confusions, meaning that meals were served at the same time. During the 17th and 18th century, there was an advancement in haute cuisine, or simply high cuisine, and its origins in the recipes of a gourmet specialist named
Lavière.
He was the writer of what is referenced to today as the first true French cookbook, different from the cooking styles of the medieval times.
Lavière
Cookbook had new recipes which concentrated on modest and less extravagant meals. The more culinary specialists trying to tone down on the platitude of a meal and concentrating on the ingredients in the food. So before the French revolutions, the people of France were divided in social groups called estates. The first one included clergy, church leaders. The second one was the nobles. And the third estate included the commoners. And most of the people were members of the third estate. Third estate paid the most taxes.
What? No, not yet.
Want it right now?
But you.
While the nobility lived lives of luxuries and got all the high-ranking jobs.
Thế sơ, 拿500个人打他。
The French revolutions ended with the monarchy being taken down. Napoleon took over the country. With guys no longer functional, any French cook could create as well as offer any kinds of food product they wished. More gourmet specialists started to explore different avenues regarding different types of ingredients and meals. French pastry is considered one of the best in the world. There are thousands of bakeries in France, and it's a custom here. Every baker is an artist themselves, and every bread is a masterpiece itself. There are several types of pastry you might have come across by now. Like the croissant, the key to this flaky venerie is simply good butter with a high melting point, which makes all the difference when it comes to layering. A stellar croissant should have a beautiful cross section boasting a honeycomb interior when sliced in half. Or the bacon. This long stick bread is made with only flour, water, yeast, and salt. The mark of a truly good bacon is the sound it makes when breaking open the beautiful bronze exterior to release the soft and resilient interior.
How do you tell a good bread is without tasting it? Not the smell, not the look, but the sound with the crust. Listen. Oh, a symphony of crackle. Only great bread sound this way.
Or probably the macaron. This sweet treat is made with egg whites, icing sugar, granulated sugar, almond powder, or ground almonds. The macaron usually consists of ganache, buttercream, or jam filling that's been sandwiched between two delicate shells. Ratatouille is another internationally recognized French dish. It is a stew vegetable recipe that can be served as a side dish. The ingredient consists of tomatoes, garlic, onions, zucchini, eggplants, carrots, bell peppers, basil, thyme, and other green herbs. Other famous food including crepes, mussels, water yuzui, beef bourguignon, fondue, and truffle.
So what better way to learn about French cuisine is to actually try it. So I'm here at Tour de Jours to try out some great pastries. Let's go. You see that you already got some croissants, some kind of bread right here. So what is that?
Bread will always be present throughout the meal. In France, bread is a symbol of hospitality, so not serving it would be rude, you know.
So this is one of my personal favorites from French cuisine. So the croissants,
Yeah.
crispy on the outside, tender in the middle. So what can you tell me about this?
Croissants has been a long stable item in French breakfast for a century, I guess.
Oh,
The birth of croissants can be dated to at least, I think, 1839.
wow.
1 or 5 minutes. Oh yeah, nothing much. Have a seat.
Right. Shall we?
Yeah, sure. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
The French are typically very strict when it comes to table manners. So here are some table manners and etiquettes that you should know. Keeping your hands under the table is considered rude. Always have your hands on the table. Eating with your mouth open and making a lot of noise when eating is also considered rude. Also, no slurping allowed either. Also, absolutely no burping. To push your food around with your knife or fork in a picky way. To touch your food with your fingers, in particular, cheese. To speak loudly in a restaurant or burst out laughing. To call a waiter by snapping your fingers. To pick your teeth. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I know this video is not the best product we ever put out, but it certainly is not the worst. We had fun making it, I had fun making it, and that all that matters. Because like I always says, it's not about the results, it's about the journey. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Merci and goodbye.